Where's the Queensland spirit down first?
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Off-Field Drama Podcast. I'm Sauce.
I am Berkey.
And those sweet trumpets,
They're back.
they're back in your ear, baby, and that's what you want to hear.
Get the wax out of your ear, Saucy. We are back on.
I'm wiggling it out. I'm getting comfy. Jesus, it's been a while.
Get those foos out of your face and get that microphone. What are they?
Foos.
Foos? What are they called?
The foe.
The phones.
Oh, that's our first one. Fucking
We
oath.
are back.
First clanger for the new financial year, and it's taken 30 seconds.
Oh, shit. We are off to a red-hot start. And you're exactly right. It is the start of the new financial year.
Yeah.
So we didn't have an end of financial year party, shareholders, because the big fella next to me was having his own party in Vietnam.
Yeah, it wasn't that fun.
There was parts of it that didn't look like a party, big fella.
No, I've actually said I was going to tell this story on the potty about what happened. A few people were asking, and I've told quite a few people about the flood. Did you see it?
Oh, I saw glimpses of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have floaties, so you,
Mate.
thank God, you would have been going downstream.
Lucky I can fucking swim, I'll tell you that. So, do you want to hear about it?
Let him go.
Yeah. Have I told you?
No, you've told me nothing.
It was cooked. We were doing the Haijang Loop over in Vietnam, North Vietnam, which is like a motorbike like circuit where
Yeah.
you go for like 4 or 5 days.
familiar with the
Familiar,
the
the
high, yeah. I'm well equipped
The
to what
Haiyang
the
Loop.
High Yang Tour has to offer.
Oh, I've missed you.
Oh, it's good to be
And
back.
anyway, we're at this hostel, and you stay there the night before. There's a hostel on one side separated by a river, and me and the missus had a private room because I'm not I'm not a bunk bed guy. You know,
Oh.
bug,
When
bed
you
bugs and
when you
fucking-
two little sex rabbits haven't seen each other in 14 weeks, you need every bit of the private room in the High Yang Tour.
the top bunk would have fucking collapsed. And someone like Step Brothers.
Holy
Anyway,
Tamora.
we woke up middle of the night, 3 a.m., right? So we're on the left, the other side of the hostel over the river, and 3 a.m. I wake up and I was having the worst sleep, which is weird. And we knew it had been raining like all night. I even like woke up and was like, fuck, that rain's pretty heavy. And like it's probably like midnight, 3 a.m. The floor is like full flooded. I'm like, oh my God, it's flooding. Like, and I thought it was the colour of the water. I thought it was sewage. I thought it was the bathroom.
no.
Like I thought the bathroom had fucking overflowed. So I've got up and it's ankle deep, freaking out. So I go and open the door, and I reckon it went up another like 10 centimetres.
Holy
Just-
shit.
Yeah, how heavy, how cooked the rain was out there.
You got a tin roof? Can you hear the rain
No,
pelting down?
it was like a weird. I'll show you some photos. I'll share them for the shareholders of the building that we were in after we'd gotten out. But we're there, got up, and luckily we didn't take our suitcases. So we packed 5 days and left our suitcases in Hanoi and only had our backpacks.
Smart.
Yeah, didn't need it. So,
No.
pack light and
You weren't packing for a flood.
get the Crocs on, the trusty Crocs.
Yeah, they're
they can
perfect.
fucking any terrain.
Yeah.
Get the backpack on, had everything as soon as we could, pack it in. And luckily, it was weird. We didn't, you just put your backpack on the floor. Like
Yeah.
we both had them up, luckily. Like randomly, we put them up on these like
On a
little
ledge.
like a
Yeah,
little,
okay.
and grab that, put it on, go outside. And we woke up these 2 English fellas next to us who were sleeping through it. Had no idea that their bed, like they had these 2 beds next to us, legit probably that close to just being in water. Like it had come up
So
that
you're
high.
in the same room as these two?
It was like a shared sort of like like a building, but they had the
Right.
next room. Wake them
Jeez,
up.
I hope they had earplugs.
They shit themselves, mate. They freaked out, right?
What are those two delinquents' names?
I
What
don't
are
know.
those
I
two
can't
pommy
remember.
losers?
I can't
names?
remember. I said I'd have a beer with you, and after we got back, after we
Yeah.
escaped it all, and I think they went to bed. Pussies. Anyway, they get up. The Vietnamese fucking security guard and this
Yeah.
little fella, they've come over to wake us up. Like we were already up, standing there with the pommies. Then luckily, the people who ran the hostel were with their kid, and they were like, no, don't go, wait for us. So we wait for them. We sort of walk out, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, let's go, let's cross this bridge ASAP.
And it's pitch black.
Pitch black. The lights have gone off. This guy has a torch. We have our phone lights out just to paint a picture. And we're walking across, and every time, like, you don't know what you're standing on. You're stepping on shit like rocks, and there's stuff hitting your legs. At this point, the water's probably thigh deep. Like,
that's deep.
And it's not just like you're in a pool. The water's moving.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know, get to this point, look at the bridge where the river is actually the heaviest part of it is sort of like hitting the bridge, and you hear it and it's cracking. And and I'm like, fuck, I don't know if we can get over there. Like it's that heavy. The bridge goes. We're looking at the bridge, and it just goes with the thing.
What? It's gone.
It was a movie. It was a fucking movie. Watching this bridge, this huge. Like, it was a walkable bridge. You couldn't drive on it, but a cable steel sort of bridge just cracking and goes with the whole current. And I was like, oh my God, like, we might die.
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck do we go? Luckily, Vietnam is very hilly.
Yes.
Lots of hills.
Get to the higher ground, Saucy.
Lots of landslides as well. So we go back. The Vietnamese couple and their kid, and they luckily we waited for them.
How many have we got on this tour?
So with us, we'll call us the flooded 14. I reckon
The
it was about
flooded
14.
14,
Yeah.
righto. So we got 14.
There's 2 more Swedish guys and an Aussie.
Yeah.
The 2 Poms, that's 5. Me and Fee, 6, 7, 9, 10. Yeah, there was about 14
About
actually.
14,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And all survived?
All survived,
Right,
yeah. At
so-
one point, I didn't think we were. I don't know how long we went away. Anyway, we get refuge. We go up on this little hilly part where the laundry was, and like this whole sort of area where they kept all the bikes and shit.
So they're gone. The bikes were still there?
Mate, the bikes were underwater, but they had more bikes further up, higher up.
Okay.
All the bikes were underwater. So imagine a motorbike. That's how high the water was. So think about that.
That's wild.
And
Yeah,
we're
no.
walking through it at this point. It's like waist deep, sort of belly button.
So
it's above your old fella. Which is alarming.
It is alarming.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, I feel almost blessed. It's like a miracle that I'm sitting on the couch beside you.
It was insane.
Is there talks that we might write a book about it?
Do you want me to keep going?
Wait, can I just ask, what chapter are we into in this story?
you get a bit tired.
I just for the shareholders, I just want to know.
About chapter 4. I reckon.
Chapter 4 out of what, a 10 chapter story?
I'll keep it brief. We get rescued by these 2 Vietnamese. We had to walk through the jungle. Not even kidding. They have the old school like fucking.
Where they're knocking down fucking shit in front of you.
But they came after like 8 hours. We were sitting there, no food or water.
This
and
is no joke.
The people on the other side of the hostel thought we died, and we had to like start a fire and shit.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. People thought we died. And I'm thinking landslide's going to happen.
Fuck me. Do you know what's funny about this story?
I slipped over, got all muddy and shit.
Not that this story is funny, shareholders, but I'll tell you this, Saucy. When Saucy was, battling natural disasters, and I didn't know
Your co-host was nearly dead.
I didn't know the severity of what my big fella was going through, right? I had heard whispers from shareholders, did you hear Saucy? He got flooded and stuff. And I sort of, the big fella, he'll be right.
You're thinking it's like...
He'll park up. So then I've come to film a potty with the Ronnie and Al show. I'll give him a quick shout out, quick plug. Heineke and Kiwi. Now, it never went to air, and we can touch on that later.
Yeah, but surprise.
I ran into Saucy's old boy Steve, and I said, you spoken to Saucy recently? He goes, yeah, he's a fucking idiot. I said, apparently he's got flooded. He goes, well, yeah, he's the dumb fuck for going over in the first place. He had no sympathy whatsoever for you.
Mate, he was like, he lost it, mate.
So
he was like, what are you doing in the north of Vietnam?
Oh, mate.
Like, doing this shit. He's like, what, and you're riding a bike? Are you riding motorbikes? I'm like, yeah.
So just to let you know, your co-host and your father,
You would have...
we weren't sweating one bit. The onus was on you for going on this Heineke tour, whatever the fuck it's called. Is this a first?
What?
Like, was this getting reported on national
Mate, they say
Vietnam news?
so. The old guy that came over,
he
I
hasn't
reckon
seen rain like this in years.
I reckon he was fucking straight from the Viet Cong in the 70s, dude. He's wearing a fucking one of those like Vietnamese straw hats. And I'm like, is this Tropic Thunder? You know
he
how you
was
see
born
like
for this. He would have been frothing.
he was
about
wearing a
that.
military outfit. I'm not even kidding you. I swear on my life, he was a security guard at the hostel. And he's like, I haven't seen. They had to translate into English him saying, I haven't seen rain like this for 60 years. Apparently, it's a first
So
where
it was
that
a
happened,
first.
mate. The whole town got flooded down further. I'll
What?
show you some videos and photos, and the shareholders, of course. If
So would you recommend this Aniki tour?
the high,
Can we give a
the Haijang Loop,
the Haijang Loop?
yeah, give
I
a
mean,
shout out to the hostel.
yeah,
we
yeah.
went back and did it.
Oh, yeah. What?
We went back and did it.
What
Shit,
do
you
you-
not, yeah.
What in your right mind? I would have fucking pinned the ears back
We-
and got out of there.
We had about 5 days. We obviously got out of there the day after. No, the night after. The night of, we got out of there, actually. We got a bus. We had to wait for the
Town
flood.
wiped out?
Town was wiped out and we had to wait for the floodwaters to go down. Mate, it's literally like as far north as you could go in Vietnam. Like it borders China almost.
Any casualties?
Apparently a few people died. Yeah, in the actual, on the hills and shit, there were landslides.
I love that you laugh as you went
Mate.
through.
Mate, I thought I was going to be one of them. I'm not even kidding. This Aussie
Well,
bloke.
at least you're
this-
alive.
no,
Whoever
this is-
else is dead,
Yeah,
well, so be it. At
RIP.
least I've got my co-host with me.
Couple of Viet Cong. I'll tell you what, I don't give a fuck about this right now that I'm here. I won't be going back to Vietnam. It's an awful, it's an awful fucking, it's an awful country. Some of the people there, mate. I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful country,
I've
but the
heard
people
nothing
suck.
I've heard nothing but good things about
Mate,
that.
the Vietnamese, for the majority of them, are fucking rude.
Really?
So rude. Sorry if you're a Vietnamese listener, but
I'd be honest with you, that hurts because I know how many followers and how many shareholders we've got from Nam.
if you got a Vietnamese missus,
So, yeah, and I mean, I know the people from Nam, from all reports of it, nothing
Yeah.
but good things.
Hey,
Maybe they
this is-
just hated
this
you.
is the funniest thing. You know when you see an Aussie or there was one Aussie guy who was staying with these 2 Swedish guys.
Did you get his name?
And he was so fucking fat. He was this fucking fat prick. And so we go up the hill because
he would have been no good.
I'm going.
in the
We got to go.
floods.
We got to go up higher. We go up to this random little hut, and it's all dirt, like the floor. There's a bed in the corner, a fucking 2 chickens in a tin little like.
What, he try and eat him?
No, we lit a fire in there. He falls asleep on this fucking like makeshift dirty bed with a mosquito net around it. There's shit everywhere in this thing. Like
Yeah.
there was a dog in there that randomly came in, like a wild dog.
I mean,
he goes, mate, the only way we're going to get out of here is if the military come and pick us up. And I was like, where are they going to land, you fucking genius? Like, he was really pissing me off. Like, the fact that we just escaped death and he gets up there and falls asleep at 4 a.m. Get a fucking grip,
I
champion.
mean, it's a miracle. You tell me how hilly Nam is. It's a miracle he was able to get around.
I didn't think he
that.
was. I didn't think he was going to get out of how we climbed out of there, bro. It took us an hour to get out of there.
They might have needed a pulley system.
He did well, the big fella, to get out.
Yeah,
He was sweating.
Was there a crane?
He cut his foot. No, I don't know how he got up these hills we walked up. He was the last one to get out. But
Surely he would have had to go first going down, or he would have been a fucking bowling ball.
he was last.
Tin pin bowling.
He waited. He made sure to wait for everyone to get. It was crazy, man. How he got the whole experience was insane.
Well, it
Hell of a
sounds like
story.
a hell of a time, mate, and I'm happy to have you back on the couch.
But I was going to say, you know when you have an Aussie that you wish wasn't an Aussie, like it's like
yeah, he's
people
disrespecting our country.
Yeah, like you're like, shut up, dude. Like just give it a rest. Like
Yeah.
he gave us a bad name. I feel to the
Yeah, we call them knobs.
not that the 2 English. Yeah, that the 2 English.
Well, it
blokes knew
sounds
that
like we
about.
found our knob of the week. Well,
Yeah.
we got a lot to catch up on, mate. Good to have you back.
Yeah, no, it's good to be back, man.
And
It's
you're
good to be
looking
back.
good, mate. And the missus is good.
She's great. She got her
Yeah.
visa approved today. So
Okay.
Cheers to that.
So, was any big news? There's not a little saucy on the way or
Shut up.
anything like
Shut
that?
up. No.
Everything was
Stop saying that. You said it to my dad. You fucking loser.
everything. I said to Stevie Farquhar shareholders, I said, I think the big fella might have an extra in the luggage coming back. Oh, me and Stevie got on like a house on fire.
Yeah, you did. You were
while
up here for
away.
fucking half an hour talking about Broncos and Origin.
Yeah, well, there's been a lot happening, shareholders. So
Yeah.
let's rip right into it. Now, obviously, it's been, how long's it been since we fed the shareholders with our gorgeous voice? Is it 2 or 3 weeks?
North of 3.
It feels like, it was an opportunity for Source to go on holidays and for the shareholders just to go on holidays. And the only bloke that hasn't had a holiday is me.
No,
And
because
I'm
you don't.
probably-
Your life isn't enough of like a holiday.
I'm
Week to
probably-
week, you fucking.
I'm probably the most desperate for a holiday because I haven't fucking...
Mate, you haven't had a job for fucking 6 months. You're not going on holiday.
I've barely been able to get off my chair at my desk.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're back into our work, and it's an absolute pleasure to be back.
Yeah, it is. This couch is awful comfy. I forgot
Yeah.
how good it was.
I'm sitting in a new couch. Now, I don't know what's
I thought so. You're a bit lower.
bit lower, and I'm not sure I'm equipped to it. Now, shareholders, if you're watching,
Harvard.
I'm wearing a Harvard jumper. Now, yes.
Did you get into Harvard?
Since we've been away, you've been away, I ducked off to Harvard.
Went to Boston?
Did my little trip in Boston and I've come back an official podcast host. So I've
What?
I'm taking the piss.
Straight from Jordan Lynn.
Straight from old G Train. So
Yeah.
look, let's get into it. It was a terrible week actually no. Let's start with the positives.
The Lions won.
Lions won, and shout out to those effing females.
Oh, the girls, yeah.
Mate.
Yeah, the women. They killed it.
Now,
With authority. They did it well.
did it very well, led by Brigham Shaw,
Ali Brigginshaw, yeah.
who kicked a genuine 40-20, might I add.
Not a 40-30.
Not a 40-30. It was a genuine 40-20. And
Sign her up.
there's a lot of males out there that could barely kick a 40-30.
I don't think I could kick a 40-10.
You could,
Oh, 40,
yeah, you could
a 40-40.
Yeah,
Nah, I
fucking-
can kick pretty well.
But anyway, let's use this momentum, shareholders, and let's ride off the females' fucking backside.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of men that don't mind riding females' backside, so let's jump on board that.
Ride that bussy.
Get on top,
Get on that bussy.
and let's ride it.
Ride the bussy straight to the corp. Game 3, baby.
Game 3, and if they've got to fucking be there, which they probably will,
Yeah.
let's give them a tap on the backside and let's fucking fuck.
No, I don't think there's any other outcome than us winning.
No, there isn't. Now, what happened on Wednesday night was literally lost for words. What I will say, the greatest thing about the night and best on ground was Temper Trap. They were hands down the best thing that happened on Wednesday night.
I missed them. I saw them. I didn't hear them, but
One of the more reliable Aussie pre-game bands I've seen today.
yeah, a bit
Like,
old school, but
You just know you're getting sweet deposition and it's just going to hit the exact same time it hit for the 100 other times they played.
I'll go back to it. I don't know how, at our local Broncos game where, we get 45 plus thousand, 50,000 around that mark, we're getting Jet and fucking Wolfmother.
Yeah.
Play them any day of the week at an Origin game and they'll shit all over Temper Trap.
Whoa. Temper Trap's good.
I'll take Jet. Jet wins.
Let me tell you, the way sweet deposition comes
That's
on
all
the
they
year,
got. That's all they
They
got.
got a couple others in their back pocket, but sweet deposition when you need one song. Disposition. Despothee's nuts.
Sweet disposition.
Disposition. All I'm saying is they were better. They were they were best on ground. I don't give a fuck about what happened in that 80 minutes.
Mitch Moses was pretty good.
Temper Trap took a shit on every single 17 Blues players that ran in line. But I'll give them their little fucking glory. New South Wales was special.
Who plays game 3 then? Pre-match.
Well, it'll be at Suncorp. And
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Exclusive to 9, of course. And look, I haven't got the mail on who's coming out,
Yeah.
but,
Who would you like to see?
well, it'd have to be a Queensland act.
Yeah.
There's a little sneaky suspicion that
Powderfinger.
it could be Powderfinger.
Imagine that.
I mean, the thing is with the NRL, they roll in with about 3 bands. They don't. It's either Barnsley, Sweet Deposition, the fucking
Jess Mowboy.
Jess Mowboy, or who's that family band, the brother and the sisters with the blue, the Shepherd. The NRL must have 4 fucking bands on their books, and they just roll it through, and they think us fucking NRL fans are that stupid that we don't pick up on it.
Mate, Shepherd played the Seafood Fest back in the day here. That's where they've come from.
Yeah, or it's fucking Wolf Mother.
Yeah, they're good, but
They're solid. But yeah, the NRL, they wouldn't have more than 10 bands that they can rely on their books.
imagine Violent Soho. Bit of covered in chrome. They're Brizzy boys. They're
Isn't
big
that-
Brizzy boys.
There's a couple others we could rattle off.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we don't have all day. All I'll say this is that 40 minutes that I saw from New South Wales was one of the greatest 40 minutes that I've ever seen at State of Origin level. You don't need to be a fucking rocket scientist to work that out. My issue is, and I'll say this again, how Latrell Mitchell does not get 10 in the bin
Yeah,
for
and he's-
fucking kamikazing Xavier
Yeah.
Coates' hair.
Yeah, and the carry on.
Oh my God.
Someone needs to just give it to him. Like,
Fold that fuckwit.
yeah. He played well. Like, he played well when your
They're
team's going
flat
well.
track
but
bullies.
like,
They're
yeah,
flat
yeah,
track bullies.
Nah, Billy said it really well. He said you can't win the game without the football, and that's what he noticed. In the first 20 minutes.
Thanks, Billy.
No, in the first
No,
20 or
it's a
30
credit to Billy.
first 20 or 30 minutes, I think they only had like 30% possession. Like, it was 70-30.
Well,
like, you can't
There
can't
was
even
4
bid.
6 agains. Like
Yeah.
4 penalties in a row sucked the life out of us. Ashley Klein literally said, I'm going to come to Queensland and I'm going to get a fucking, almost like a thing when the toilet's clogged.
Hmm.
And you need to unclog the toilet. He unclogged the soul out of our life.
You know, they scored their first try in like the 12th minute. So that's
It's 10 minutes of defending.
what's
I
that?
don't know if-
28. They scored all their points in 28 minutes, which
Oh,
is
it was a
crazy.
tsunami.
It was 34 points in 28 minutes.
It was disgusting
Yeah.
to watch. I was
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
I'll keep it in mind. What I will keep in mind, I don't know if you had the opportunity to see this source, and I thought this, shareholders, was the greatest replica of why New South Wales do not get this. Now, after the game, Paul Gallen, fucking dipshit Paul Gallen, went and interviewed Zach Lomax. Now, did you catch this? Now,
Too busy.
yeah, you were under the pump, I can imagine. Likewise. Anyway, Gallen went up to Lomax. Now, Lomax is in the stands at this point with his family and friends celebrating. And he's interviewing Lomax. And he goes, Zach, talk to us about the feeling, like how good this feeling is. And Lomax replies with, mate, this feeling is so good. You know the feeling that I'm experiencing. And I just went, hang on a second, Lomax. What do you mean Gallen knows the feeling you're experiencing? This fuckwit captained New South Wales for 8 years in a row that they lost, and you're coming to him with, you know how good this feeling is. That is a prime example. While those dipshits below us on the fucking map have absolutely no idea what winning feeling tastes like, because you've got a young man like Lomax trying to fucking parallel his feelings with Paul Gallen, who's one of the greatest ever
Well done.
one of the greatest ever losers New South Wales ever had.
Parallel his feelings with Paul Gallen.
Does that work?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, mate, I'm not an English teacher, but fuck me.
Anyway, I just thought that is a prime example as to why New South Wales, like, seriously,
Yeah, he did
you
win
know
one.
how this feeling. Yeah, okay, so
He did win one.
oh fucking
Didn't he?
But this is they love
cried.
celebrating a win.
Yeah.
Celebrate a series with
well,
us.
that's
You
what
gotta,
I mean.
you've
I
got to
mean-
I get it. You got to celebrate it, but don't tell me you know this feeling. Gallen doesn't
Hey,
know shit about winning
tell
in
you
state of
what.
origin level,
Tell you what,
and that's me.
you
done.
got to win. You got is that you done? He does that Burke's,
No, I'm
Burke's
not-
backyard for the week.
No, I'm not done. I got
Yeah.
one more to go, but you keep going.
You got to win 2 to win a series, and until you win 2, then we'll talk.
Exactly.
Be happy to cop that.
Of course.
That win will be remembered forever for New South Wales if they win the series. If they don't win the series in Queensland, which they have to do,
Yeah.
no one will give a shit.
Exactly.
No one will give a shit. I'll remind you as well. I know we were down one man, but what was the score in the first game? 38-10?
Well, yeah,
it was 34-18 in
something.
game 2.
Something.
No, it
like
was. It was 38-10 to us in game 1.
Yeah.
And we lost game 2 34 to 18. 38 to 18.
Two completely different games.
I just said it, but
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean,
if you want to bring that up,
well, scoreline's a scoreline. I don't care if you've got one player on the field or you've got 13 players on the field. One thing I will say, and this is where we call this the Queensland ambush. This is exactly where we want these New South Wales
Yeah.
Weasels. We want these Weasels coming up north, cocky as fuck, thinking they're the greatest team since 2005, and then they come into our backyard, into our cauldron, and we ambush them with 52,000 screaming fucking Queenslanders, and we kill them. We kill them in the heart, and we kill their soul.
it's
Done.
happened. It's happened about 5 times, I reckon, in the last maybe 10 years.
I'm fired up,
It has.
Saucy.
It's happened 5 times.
I'm fired up.
Yeah,
Because they should be red hot favourites.
you know the
New
last
South
time we
Wales.
lost to Decider at Suncorp, game 3,
What, 19 years ago?
2005.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, guess what? Let's make it 20 years.
yeah, we don't lose there.
No, we don't lose. I will be honest with you.
Please,
This might be the most nervous I've been in some time.
me too. I'm not going to lie.
And to all these shareholders that are from New South Wales that say, Saucy and I are biased,
Which we are.
allegedly, there you go. Okay, we've told you we're nervous, but I'll tell you one thing that doesn't make me nervous. If we can beat you fuckwits with Edric Lee wearing a Maroons jersey, I'm sure as hell confident we'll beat you with Val Holmes. Dane Gagai could be in the squad. What we're missing, shareholders,
Yeah,
is
that's-
a bit of mongrel.
That's crazy when you think of it like that.
A bit of fucking mongrel. Now, there's a bloke by the name of Tommy Gilbert
Yeah.
who would be perfect for this. And speaking of Tommy Gilbert, he is going to be coming on the potty.
Yeah,
That's breaking
I
news,
I
too.
just checked my phone and Gordy's locked in next week.
Bang!
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, we'll be on Gordy time, but
Okay.
don't know when he can do it, but
Well, Gordy,
Gordy time.
just know I have a full-time job.
Gordy and Gilbert. We're on Gilbert time.
Yeah, we are on that. Well, that's huge. So the Raging
Yeah.
Bull's locked in.
But
But
also-
we're back, shareholders. 3 weeks and we are back.
We
That's what we do.
we do it well. Oh, we got an exciting news for episode 50 as well. We won't bring
Massive
that up
news.
until then, but we got our first
Major sponsor.
major, like the biggest sponsor of all time sort of shit.
Like Major Laser, but it's a sponsor.
It's the major leagues of sponsors. Like
It's-
you can't go any bigger than this.
It actually doesn't get any bigger than this.
Sponsor wise, it's like the top tier.
Like if you said, I need you, Saucy and Berkey, to get the biggest major sponsor from
Yeah.
Queensland, do you know what we did? We just went tick.
It's the Ferrari of sponsors.
It's the Nike of sport apparel.
It's literally the Nike of sporting apparel.
It's the Kellogg's of cereal. It's the Dairy Milk Chocolate, aka Cadbury.
Have a think of it and get back to us and think about what it is because it'll blow your mind.
No, just think about major sponsors.
The most major league of sponsors. It's the MLS, the major league sponsorship.
It is. And we've just chalked it up.
Yeah.
With a big fat W.
I'm so excited.
Pumped.
If there's anyone
Plenty
you want,
of merch to come to.
Yeah.
Like, that's the big thing.
If you want a sponsor, it's this one.
This is the one.
Ep 50. We'll tell you.
Raise the bat. But anyway, that's Origin. We won't delve into it because, everyone's had their piece. And actually, who gives a fuck? Like, game 1 and 2 are over. It's a decider.
It's a decider at the Corp.
At the Cauldron, and whatever's happened before actually means jack shit.
Yeah.
And that's what's important to both sides. Now, there'll be changes. I think David Fafita's got to come in for Kurt Capewell. He is a
Yeah.
shareholder.
Yeah.
It kills me to say that, Kurt. But
Nah. If Kurt, they picked Kurt and Kafusi because they wanted
I get
experience
it.
on the bench. But when Kafusi's playing 8 minutes and Kurt played like,
It's tough.
not many, but was in the centres, like
We're missing mongrel. I can't emphasize it. Tino, Flegler, Tommy
we are.
Gilbert. Those blokes want to fold those weasels, and we've got no one right now that wants to fucking get grubby. Put your fucking elbow in their face.
I'll tell you who we actually do miss is Flegler more than anyone.
Yeah,
I
big
reckon.
time.
Like Flegler and Tino.
The banana bender.
Munster's obviously out, but I think the two forwards, like we miss that impact in the middle. It sucks.
We're gonna need what the Suncorp holds 52,500. We'll say there's 500 weasels in the crowd. I need all 52,000 screaming Maroon madness.
It'll go off.
Now Queensland,
If there was a roof on, it'd be blown off.
it'd be gone.
It'd be a bottle cut.
Bye. Now, one thing is we just can't rely on us crazy motherfuckers to get them across the line. They're going to need to play footy.
They're going to need to play out of their skin.
Like, they're going to need to play 80 minutes
Yeah.
of National Rugby League footy.
Would love a New South Wales injury this weekend. Like,
Yeah,
would love
yeah.
a key player to go down.
It's-
Not that Nathan Cleary's out, but
No, like you'd hate to see Mitch Moses go down. You'd hate to see
Latrell,
Latrell.
yeah.
Like, I mean, you'd hate to see it.
Dylan
And
Edwards.
we were actually,
Again.
I actually feel bad because, like, the last
Should we
thing
manifest it?
as Queenslanders, we would hate to see Stephen Crichton doing a hammy.
Yeah. Or Angus Crichton, Liam Martin, like pop out a
Yeah.
shoulder. Just not a big injury, just a
Nah,
little.
like,
Just a couple of weeks.
all we're after is a 3 to 4 week injury, be back for finals.
Yeah. Support you.
You
Get
know,
back in your club team. But
come to Brisbane and you can put a suit on and support from the sidelines.
yeah.
That's all we're after. Why?
Well,
You don't need to
I'll
play.
tell you what.
Do they
you
need to
what.
play?
Does Kevy get one of the Broncos players to go out this week and just absolutely take the fucking head off Jerome Luai?
Well,
Just give him a concussion for like 2 weeks.
Well, I could see Kobe Hetherington knocking his head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might touch base with Cobes.
Mate, if you were playing for Queensland and there was one player that you would like Gagai, you know how Gagai and Burton, like he just picked out Burton.
Yeah.
He picked out the softest bloke he could. Love Dane, but
Well, who's our front rower for the Bronx again?
Xavier Willison.
No, the big
Corey Jensen.
Corey Jensen. Like, why don't Jeno? This is a call out. Why don't you
flog
just
someone.
take Dylan Edwards' head off, take Luai's head off, and be back for finals, mate? It seems today that the NRL you can take someone's head off and you only get 4 weeks.
Is Joseph Suaalii back?
Yeah, he's only got 2 more weeks. Like, this is the thing with NRL, mate. You can literally fold a bastard, and all you do is a month on the sideline. But there's still 10 weeks to go.
Who would you, if you were playing, would you take out in the New South Wales
I
side?
want Mitch Moses gone.
You'd take him out?
He's their biggest threat.
Yeah, he played really well.
He played well. Angus Crichton's another one.
Steve
that's-
was fucking all
Jeez,
over
wasn't
him.
Stevie sucking his old fella?
Yeah, how
He
many
loved
times?
it.
How many times did he say? What did he say? He said that. He said a phrase.
He's a good footy player.
I'll bet my bottom dollar or something. What did he say?
I don't
He kept
know.
repeating it.
He's a walking diamond, Stevie.
He's an old fashioned.
Now, the Bronx, we're going through a real big issue at the moment.
Yeah.
And, I don't want to touch on it too much because
Players are out. Key players are out.
that's right. And
That's all it is.
we'll be back, but there's alarming issues, okay, that need to be fixed. We look so disjointed and disconnected.
Take out 3/4 of the spine and of any team and tell me how they go.
Exactly.
You know?
And
Like
just,
Penrith lost. They didn't
They
have their
lost.
spine. Like they got pumped by the Cowboys.
I'll tell you right now, we beat Penrith this Friday night, and stocks in the Brisbane Broncos just go skyrocketing. It's just
I have
one
a
win.
funny feeling like they will get up for that game. Like,
Oh, they get up.
No tomorrow. If it's not a competitive game and if they win, it won't surprise me. But if it's like a close game and they go down, you'd be very upset.
Oh.
Like if it's a blowout, then I'd say call it for the season. Like if they don't get up for a grand final rematch at Suncorp in front of 50,000, like
Yeah.
middle of the season, so much riding on it for the Bronx.
It's Australia's low socioeconomic fucking city coming to our club. Like, don't like, we
What's
have,
wrong with
We have Mount Druitt coming to the Olympic City. Let's show them what like the Olympic City has to offer and what they're missing out on in Mount Druitt. Is that mean?
I'll tell. It's a little bit mean.
Well, I don't actually know anyone that I like from Mount Druitt.
I don't know anyone from Mount Druitt.
No, and if you live there, well, you're not living in. I'll tell you what you're not doing is you're not living in Australia's happiest city, because we need to give a huge shout out
To Brisbane.
to the people of Brisbane, because we are officially the happiest motherfuckers in Australia.
Yeah, where was that voted?
That was voted on, if I can give you that source. It's official, I'll tell you that much. There's nothing more official than Brisbane named Australia's happiest city. And let me tell you, being a resident in Australia's happiest city, I can confirm I am fucking happy.
Yeah,
There
me
is,
too.
like, if anyone asks me, am I okay? What about me doesn't look okay? I look fucking great. I feel fucking great. And I am happy to be here. Now, that's a plug too for, who is Graham Quirk? Who's leading this?
No, it's the other fellow. Quirky's.
The German name. Now, this will put a smile on your face because we rank 21 worldwide. Now, I think there's about 5 million of us.
5'6", yeah.
5'6".
Schrinner. Adrian Schrinner.
Adrian Schrinner. He's got a bit of...
Adrian Schrinner.
Yeah, Schrinner. Hey, stand up and tap yourself on the back, Schrinmeister 3000, because you've done an outstanding job. Now, we've ranked number 21 out of the world.
Wanked.
Well, we wank in Australia. We wank the house down, shareholders. Now, 21 out of how many countries are there in the world?
300 odd.
Now, that's a hell of an achievement for a city that grew up with nothing. We've worked our ass off. We've dealt with floods. We've dealt with cyclones.
There's 195 countries. I'm way off.
195. That's a hell of an achievement for all these Brisbaneites out there.
Yeah, it is. No,
A
it is.
hell of an achievement. And
Well, how
you
many?
should be happy.
How many countries? It's how many cities?
Well, hang on
You
a
know what I
second.
mean? How many cities are there in the world?
Yeah, and I'll answer that for you, Saucy. 250. This was ranked out of 250 cities.
So you must have had to apply for like major cities.
This was compiled by the Institute of Quality of Life. Now, shout out to the Institute of Quality of Life, because
Who's paying the Institute of Quality of Life?
now I want to know how I can get a job at the Institute of Quality of Life.
The iQual.
The iQual. Now, I bet you, love to know where they're from in the iQual.
Yeah, where are they based?
Now, this was based on the governance, environment, economy, mobility, and the impact they have on citizens' happiness.
I love that.
Now, that's a legitimate criteria, shareholders, and let's embrace the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Now, Athos in Denmark, now they topped number 1, right? Now, the Denmarkian people, now they've always been happy people. Okay, so we need to
How
respect
do you say that in plural? The Denmarks.
Denmarks, just call them the Dens. Now, let's just touch on the rest of Australia. And this should come by no surprise. And I'm going to start with Lars. It's the people from New South Wales. Sydney is the least happiest place in Australia. Go figure. If
Yeah.
I had to root for Jerome Luai as my 6 for New South Wales, I'd be fucking unhappy as well.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
I'd be filthy. Now they're 116th, Melbourne 41st, Perth 61st, even Hobart beat Sydney. Now I've got shareholders in Hobart, and not sure how happy they are, but I think some of them are and some of them aren't. But hell of an achievement. What also is big news for the people of Brisbane is we finally have a date for that casino, Saucy.
Yeah, we do, mate. We
Now,
absolutely
let's
do.
write a check from Caxton to OFD and let's paint that casino gold.
We had a
29th of August, shareholders, we go into that casino and we rob them. In
shareholder
broad daylight too.
reach out and said that he wanted to be our research guy.
Yes. Who
Yeah.
was he?
Just trying to find it. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, hell of an...
And then DM.
That's huge news.
Yeah. We
Fuck, I love that we're happy. We're from a happy city.
we need our own do your own research guy. For
Well,
real.
mate, we get him here.
I'll find it.
We can. They're flocking
deep
off
in
the
the,
train.
It's deep in the DMs, but yeah. I mean, obviously we can't do our own research on the show while we're talking, but we need you.
Now, I want to ask you this question, Saucy, because
Shoot, bro.
I had it. What do you think is the Australian dream? Like, what job out there do you think, okay, he is living the Australian dream?
Mine.
Mining?
No, mine.
Running a pub?
Running a pub.
Running a pub.
Imagine playing like for a team at Suncorp and then coming back and like sinking piss at the pub and running the pub.
And running the pub. No, look, I think so. Well, I think I just laugh.
Imagine playing for the Brisbane Roar
Well, that's
on like
not.
on like a weeknight and then coming up and like working at the pub.
Imagine if you played for the Raw, but you still had to have a day job.
Oh, they wouldn't, but I would. Imagine that. That'd be
the-
fun.
Well, their day
like a-
job. At least they'd be winning their day job. Mate, I think the Australian dream is being a trot jockey.
You should do it.
Now,
Yeah.
I've watched some trotter racing in my time, and it just makes me laugh at the idea that these
What?
blokes are living out their childhood dream.
What weight are they? They don't eat a lot.
They must be
They
lying.
wouldn't be happy. They're all pissheads.
But tell me you're not living the Australian dream if you're not a fucking trot jockey. Like, who are these people? Like, are they that bad a jockey that they can't be a horse jockey?
Well, they're born into it. They're grown into like that lifestyle of being a trot jock.
I was sitting back on the couch.
There's plenty of trot jockeys out there.
Oh, plenty. And bravo, I tip my hat to him. I would love to get a trot jockey on the couch.
Are they heavier than the average jockey?
They wouldn't be heavier than you, that's for sure.
Would they be your size?
I'd be way heavier than them.
How much do you weigh?
No.
I'm about 90.
80?
You 80?
Ah.
Fuck, you're less than 80. You're way less than 80, you fucking liar.
I'd be a heavy 70.
Yeah, right.
Something probably a bit more than 70.
Soft 7.
I'd be a heavy.
You'd be
70.
sixes. You'd be
No, I wouldn't be
you'd
sixes.
be high
Get me on the
sixes. Yeah.
scale. I'd be 70. I'd be a high weight jockey at Storwell maybe on a Tuesday.
Well, yeah, that'd be a fun job.
Well, I wouldn't mind just getting
Competitive.
it. I bet you they talk so much shit.
They whip each other and shit, apparently.
You reckon they talk shit when they're riding?
But I'll tell you why they wear fucking glasses, so they don't get whipped in the
Don't
eye.
get whipped.
You know, they're not going too fast, are they?
Mark, I don't know how many clicks they're going. Maybe 30. But it's an interesting. It just had me thinking.
Hell
now-
of a sport.
Hell of a sport. And, mate, I've backed a shitload of trot winners in my day too, so I tip my cap off to them. Another thing I want to ask you is, can you feel any more naked being naked wearing socks? Like, if you, like, just listen to me here. Is, like, there anything more naked than wearing socks being naked? Like, when I'm walking around, because I like being naked.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, God.
when I'm naked and I'm like just walking around, I'm feeling good and I just don't give a fuck.
And
You
you wa-
put socks on when I'm naked and my little pecker shrivels right up and I feel so vulnerable.
Yeah, well, if you're naked at the best of times, if other people are like
But
around
I don't
you,
feel I throw socks on and it changes the game completely.
What, you feel more comfortable?
No,
Or
less comfortable with socks on. Now I feel more naked. Like I feel
Well,
more
yeah, I guess it
vulnerable with socks on.
highlights, you know, that you are like your private parts are more naked than your feet.
But what I'm trying to say is,
I know what you
shareholders,
mean. I know what you mean.
get naked and walk around
And then put socks
then get naked and put socks on and you watch the difference that it has on you as a naked man. Now the reason I say
You're more
this,
aware of your nakedness,
mate,
of your nudity,
fully
of
naked.
your nudity.
You aren't nude until you put socks
Are you
on
a
in the
nudist?
nude.
Are you like an undercover nudist
Massive nudist.
at home?
Now because you know I sleep naked, right?
Yeah.
I can't not sleep naked.
Do you ever like, you think? Are you like a leg over the pillow guy? Like, do you like sort of
snuggle it?
spoon
Nah.
a pillow like sometimes?
I
or-
have in my time.
Do you ever think
yeah.
like, fuck, my old fella's like touch the pillow, and then like tomorrow night my head might be you know.
doesn't even cross.
You got a
my
clean
head.
old fella, right? But does
Yeah,
that, your,
clean as a whistle.
your
big
ass might touch the pillow.
big and clean.
I just put some boxes on, you know.
Nah, can't. I don't care if it's 0 degrees. The reason I say this is because in the Olympic City, it's been nippy. Okay.
It's been very nippy. Yeah.
And they say in order to warm yourself up, you got to warm the feet up.
So you put socks.
So I put socks on, and then I had to duck to the toilet. And I was walking to the toilet, and I was like, fuck me, I feel naked. Like, I feel...
I was actually like strangely sort of thinking how you got in that position of what, did you get naked and then put socks on, or were you like getting undressed, got naked and left your socks on? And I unfortunately had to image you doing that.
Yeah.
Which was awful.
No, it couldn't have been. There's many ladies out there that love that side. But the main thing is that I want all you shareholders, when you're listening to this, to get naked for me. Go for a little walk around. Just has to be around your bedroom if you don't feel comfortable.
Don't go outside.
Don't go outside. I don't need everyone going down to the fucking local park butt naked.
Don't go full Freddy.
But get naked and just go for a walk around, and then stay naked and put socks on and go for a walk around, and send us a message and tell me if I'm not wrong.
You know what I do like, I will say, is a naked swim.
Lovely.
When you swim naked, when you can. You know, you might be at home and fucking, you got a pool at home? Neighbours don't see it? No?
No pool. Would love one.
At my parents' house, like, you know, a bit private.
Yeah.
Go for a naked swim, or you might be like the best ones when you're on holidays.
Well, I was going to say
like
that.
you have like a private jacuzzi or something like that, like in a villa in Bali. Like go for a naked swim there. It's the best. You know, having your old fella just wiggle around like a little worm.
There was some times when
Talk about shrivel.
When I was traveling around Europe, a few years ago now, and I'd get into the Adriatic Sea, and then I'd take my boardies off.
Yeah.
And just let the old fella just play around for a bit out there.
in public.
At a public beach. Yeah. Chloe Fisher, matter of fact, was actually at the beach that I got nude at.
Yeah, right. Did you do that on purpose?
No. I respect Fisher's missus, and I said I'm not. Even though I might be his doppelganger. Who knows?
Go bald and we'll see. Fully bald.
Fully bald. But shout out to Bobby. That's their newborn.
Is it? Yeah. He's killing it.
Imagine if we got the fish on board.
He'd be so funny.
Another thing is there anything more scary? Now, obviously, you and I have both hung up the boots, but I was talking to a shareholder of mine, a close mate, and he's playing for the Gallopers, and he told me, Berkey, he goes, mate, I'm shitting myself this weekend. And I said, why is that? He goes, I'm coming up against a hyphenated. I said, what do you mean? He says, mate, I am coming up against a hyphenated name. And it made me think there's something scary about coming up against hyphenated.
Yeah.
The hyphenateds.
Yeah,
now, I don't know if it's a thing, but you throw two names with a little dash in between it, and fuck me, they just got a little scarier.
They go up about
they just
1 or 2 points.
Don't they ever?
Yeah.
Now, you tell me.
Trying to think of an example, but like, you know, Khan Pereira.
No, not that scary, is he?
He's quick as fuck.
No, that's a terrible example. Who is there that's scary with a hyphenated name? Corey Hiruwiranara. Now, if I got that right...
Didn't he have a fucking seizure on the field?
Yeah, and I think he tried to sleep with a younger girl too, allegedly. Corey Hiruwiranira.
Scary guy.
Hiruwiranira.
I think he's actually a...
Adam Fanua Blake. There we go. Now we're seeing him out of the middle, Saucy.
Yeah. Did you see Corey Hawkesbury?
Now, let's touch on that.
Yeah.
The big flaming redhead.
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
I love to see it too. Yeah. Got him flush.
He got him with 2. Gave him the left, right.
And respect to the other bloke.
Yeah. He just copped him. He actually connected, it looked like.
Intel on why it happened?
Oh, I think he headbutted him first. Corey
That's
headbutted him.
Right, yeah.
Corey headbutted him and then it blew up again. I'd love to watch the whole thing. But Corey got fucking kind of king hit from the side and two of the Warriors players got sent off and then Corey obviously got sent off as well. Which was strange. I don't know why it was like 2 and then 1.
Very strange. Yeah. That's
Corey Hawks. Hope he didn't cry.
Well, I'd love to know how many weeks he gets for that.
Be like 4 or 5, I reckon.
Yeah, maybe 6.
That was his comeback game from injury too.
Yeah, I was wondering why he was playing New South Wales Cup.
He's better. New South Wales Cup. He's better than that. He's better than New South Wales Cup. He should be in the Raiders.
Yeah, they
played Origin last year.
Yeah, they're going through it. I mean, I got to give a quick shout out because the greatest thing happened LeBron James has done it again
With his son?
with
or?
his son with
Yeah.
the 55th pick in the NBA 2024 draft.
I'll ask you a
Bronny
question.
James.
I'll ask you a question. Does Bronny get picked if it wasn't for his dad?
Nah.
Is that a thing? Like, for real?
That's how I see it, yeah. But I cannot tell you when Bronny throws an alley-oop to the king, that is going to break the internet, and I may just ejaculate in my pants when I see that. Because I love the king, and seeing him break history like this, first father-son for it to ever happen.
Will he play next year?
Look, I'm sure he might
Yeah.
get minutes. He
He's-
just work on his three, defend, do your job.
yeah.
It's the king. He'll
If
fucking...
if LeBron got him picked, he'll get some minutes. Surely.
I don't know how many. Like he's nothing to write home
Now,
about.
a lot's happened obviously since we've done the potty. The Celtics won the
Yeah, they won the chip,
chip.
which is good for all those Celtics fans out there.
Huge. We had some mates over there.
Yeah, I wanted the
Yeah.
Mavs to win.
Yeah, I'm a big Luka guy.
Yeah.
Luka's my favourite player.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah.
You remind me of Luca.
Good.
Yeah.
Just good guys.
Yeah,
good
good
players. A little bit of
handles.
cheek.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
like body size.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were a little bit taller, you'd be like him.
They say he's a really good bloke.
Yeah, I haven't heard. I've heard he's a total douchebag on the piss.
Yeah.
Which is a bit like yourself. But there's been a lot happen. I mean, Travis Kelce's been up on stage with Taylor Swift.
QHA Awards was the last time
QHA Awards.
we
Now, that was a good...
recorded. That was a fun night.
Wasn't that a good
Yeah.
night? You didn't come home with any
No,
awards.
it was rigged.
It was
Every year.
rigged.
Nah, it was a good night though. It's probably the funnest one I've had because I didn't really worry about the awards. We didn't get nominated for some of the ones I wanted to, and I just thought, you know what, fuck it, we're here for a good time. You know, an
Yeah,
award's
that's
not
right.
going to make us any
No.
better or worse.
No.
You know, it's a bit of gratification, but
Yeah, we ended up at the casino at the early hours of the night.
yeah. Then
I heard you jumped out of a cab.
they were going to a
Talk us through that.
kick on down in like Mount Cravat, and I'm
That's
like,
not
I'm
the
not
play.
going to fucking Mount
That's
Cravat.
not
I'm
the
going.
play.
I'm going home.
That is not the play.
I had a flight the next day or the day after.
That's right. You
Yeah.
did too.
Yeah. So
Oh.
I went fucking.
Well, there's been a lot happen. The Hawkeys, Saucy, because you probably haven't been able to watch AFL, might just be the hottest team in the AFL right now.
Are they?
They are charging. They are absolutely charging. Watch this space. They are fucking happening. Brizzy Lions had a good win.
Yeah, they came back.
Came back.
Massive comeback. Yeah.
Massive comeback. And besides that, Paul George just signed with the Philadelphia 76ers, which is a massive sign. Hey, the
Yeah.
Wimbledon starts tonight.
Has it?
Buckle up, okay? Grass court. It's going to be
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Is Kyrgios in it?
No,
I won't be watching.
No,
I won't be watching.
he's not
That's
in
how
it.
much he drags me into it.
Can I give
The
you a
king.
winner in that? Can I?
Yeah. The Spanish bull.
The Spanish bull will be competitive.
Alcaraz.
The Demon, they're offering 26s. I wouldn't.
He
even,
won't win.
I wouldn't take that.
He won't win.
I wouldn't even take that with my last 10, you know. I'm a massive Yannick Sinner, but he's favourite. You know what?
Yeah. Yannick's good.
They're going to hate me.
Yeah.
I think the Joker.
Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Mate, the
Greatest ever tennis player wouldn't surprise me.
the current is he the current world number one? No,
Nah,
no.
no.
Who is
Carlos.
Alcaraz is the
Yeah,
bull? Yeah,
big
fucking
balls,
A.
Carlos.
Big clay guy. The Euros are on actually. right
Euros
now.
are
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Italy just got knocked out.
by Switzerland, which is
And
good for everyone because we all remember what they did to us in
yes.
2006 with Lucas Neal. Go fuck yourself.
Shit,
Italy.
they're running at Shartin tonight.
Are they, mate? England had a good win against Slovakia. Did you see Jude Bellingham?
Nice bicycle kick.
Crazy.
Haven't
yeah.
seen it, but from all reports,
Yeah,
it was
it's
beautiful.
crazy. They won right at the end, but he plays for Madrid. Jude Bellingham. He's a
Does
Pommy.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah, good soccer player.
So first UK guy, I think, or person from the UK to play for them since Gareth Bale. as
Right,
well.
okay. It's that time of the day where we have our legend and knob of the week.
Go for it, bro.
Now, it's been 3 weeks that the greatest segment.
So you got lots.
Oh, I've got a shitload.
Go. What do you got, bro?
Now, I want to start with my legend.
Yeah, your legend.
Okay? Now, my legend of the week.
Is it Gus Quartermass?
No, it's not Gussie Q, but he knows he's a legend. My legend of the week is Karl Stefanovic.
Karl Stefanovic.
Now, if you didn't see across the news, the platform, should I say, he called Michael Phelps a moron. Now, I think that is absolutely world class from Carlos.
Yeah.
So that's why he's my legend of the week.
Mate, I'll give you my
Give us your
I'll give you my legend and my
go.
moron. Moron of the week is old Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe Biden.
Oh my God! Let's touch on that.
How have you not even thought of that?
No, I don't
Mate,
know.
Sleepy Joe Biden.
Sleepy
Did
Joe.
you watch the debate?
Now, I haven't. I'm going to watch that tomorrow.
Oh my God.
I don't understand how there isn't a doctor in the White House that doesn't have the cojones to say this man is not fit
Mate,
to be POTUS.
How does it get to that point where, you know, for no reason has this guy that everyone has voted in president of the most powerful country on earth just for no reason become completely inept? For no reason other than he's just gotten old in a 4-year space of time. Who's running that country? That's what the scariest thing is.
That is the scary thing is look what being in that role does to a man after 4 years. He's actually, you're right, he is inept.
He's completely not fit to do it.
His wife needs a fucking slap across the face because the fact that she can't have the balls to say...
I don't think either of them are in a position... I think he's that far gone that he doesn't know what he's doing. His family... he's not in power. There is someone else in power that is holding a gun to Joe and his family going, you can't do this to the Democrat. You're the because they know that if he goes, Trump's straight.
Trump's in anyway.
If Trump doesn't win this election, there is something seriously dodgy going on in that country.
Well, that's a country that doesn't even know what country they're in.
Sadly, I'm actually going to say this. It's not a political thing, but since Trump left after COVID, after he wasn't re-elected, hasn't that country gone to shit since 2020?
Oh, they're in disarray.
In the last 4 or 5 years. Even when he, towards the end of his campaign, it's sad.
Between them and North Melbourne and the West Tigers, they don't know which ways are. It's honestly, it's the triangle. It's the triangle of confusion.
The Bermuda Triangle of confusion. Joe Biden, America, the North Melbourne Kangaroos, and the West Tigers. The Bermuda Triangle of confusion.
No, they don't know what to do.
Okay, I'll tell you about the debate just quickly. Oh man, it was the rules for him were so set up for him to win, but he just couldn't handle it. Anything he said was just
he didn't even know what the question. We didn't forget what the question was.
He completely rambled like he always does. Within the first 10 minutes, it was like Trump wasn't allowed to talk over him. They turned his mic off because you know how he always interjects, in the Hillary one a couple of years ago.
And it was done by CNN, which is pro-Biden.
Pro-Biden,
Yeah.
and he had Trump couldn't interrupt him, which is hilarious when he does, and vice versa. Biden can't ramble when Trump
Biden wouldn't even know when to interject.
Yeah, he would look at him in a confused way whenever something was said. Every time he'd go, "That is the biggest load of crap I've ever heard," something like that. After every time Trump would speak, and then they started talking about their golf swings. Trump somehow brings golf into it, and then Joe is he challenged him to a fucking golf match, and then Trump goes, "You can't even hit the ball 50 yards." It's these are the two president-elect people who are going to run this country. What are we talking about?
It's the peanut gallery.
It's crazy. Dude.
It is. Have you seen Trump's ad about?
Nah.
So Trump's released an ad that just got released prior to the debate, and it's would you like your man to be president that can't walk upstairs? And it's footage of Biden trying to walk up the stairs to his plane, trips over. Would you want your president to not be able to stay on a bike? And it's just him falling off a bike.
That was cold.
Trump is just going straight for the fucking follicular heart there.
The follicular heart?
Yeah, I don't know where I came up with the jugular.
The jugular vein. Oh.
Anyway, that's our show.
Do you got a pee, do you?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Just another thing that was hilarious is
Keep going.
it was so tailored to him that they had 2 ad breaks, and they've never in the history of like a presidential campaign, debate, ever had an ad break. Because why would the president, you'd think,
Need an ad break.
Why is the president waiting on the ad break?
Yeah, yeah.
The whole country stops for this debate
That's a
for the
good
president.
point.
And it was like, what are they doing to Joe in those ad breaks?
They're pumping his heart.
Bro, they'd needling him up with something. He is that fucked, mate. Like, it is.
Well, and I mean, not that we need to get political, but I don't hear the Vice President Harris is much better.
Kamala Harris, she polls really badly.
Yeah, polls
People don't
really
like her.
bad. Yeah,
They don't like
hate her. I'm hearing mail that Michelle Obama
Yeah, I don't think
could
she
be
wants
the
to.
same. No, well, you'd be an idiot from her point of view
Yeah.
to want to get involved in that
Be
shit
tough
show.
on their kids.
Oh,
Be real tough on their kids.
Michelle, just go back to going on the Ellen DeGeneres show and doing interviews. Keep it
Barack was a
cruising.
classy act. Might have ran him into $1 trillion of debt, but he was a good guy. At least he could put a few sentences together and get the country rallied together like USA.
Sleepy Joe, if you're listening, wake the fuck up, mate. You're done. OFD doesn't back you. We can't manifest you to keep a pulse.
Sorry,
mate.
Joe. Sorry, Sleepy Joe. Go back to bed.
Yeah. Mate, I wouldn't be shocked if tomorrow we're reporting he's dead.
I honestly, I'm not even kidding. I think, unfortunately, I don't think if Joe gets in, he won't last 4 years.
Wonder how much Viagra Joe needs to get up. There's not enough diamonds
just
in
to
this
start
world.
his day, or
just get his.
do you know that Trump is only 3 years younger than him?
Wow,
Isn't that something fucked?
that's wild?
Yeah, dude. Knob of the week.
Well, that's our knob of the week.
You've done the
Sleepy
legend?
Joe.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
We've ticked off once again the greatest segment, and we'll get back on that.
Yeah. Last one is just Gus Quartermaster just putting in these lovely lights above us.
Who is our sponsor?
Today's
this
sponsor,
episode?
and continuing on for the next couple of weeks because we've got that major. But Gussie can Gussie can be silver.
You can
or
be
platinum.
silver.
He
Yeah,
can be platinum,
yeah. Just like we said, this episode is brought to you by GQ Electrical. Call Gus for the greatest sparks inside and out.
He's got sparks coming out his ass.
And he's got lights coming out the roof.
Isn't he the best sponsor? He's the best Sparky in Brisbane, in
Best
Queensland.
Sparky I've seen today.
He's a Broncos fan. He's a Queenslander.
And I've seen so many Sparkies in my time.
I'm a Sparky,
Oh, born and bred.
not by trade, but
I'll spark your
that
life.
was a joke.
Play that song. Hey, shareholders, we've missed you and it's good to be back.
great to be back,
So good to
bro.
see you, buddy.
You too, mate.
And glad
Onwards
you
and
made
upwards.
it. Fuck,
Yeah, I
I didn't
know.
realise you were going to die, man.
Yeah, no, it was pretty fucked, but it's all good.
That was actually wild. I didn't know it was fucking that brutal.
Let them trumpets play, baby. Thank you, shareholders. See you next week.